Welcome to Life in Frameworks. Today I want to share with you the framework provided by Robert Kiyosaki in his bestseller Rich Dad Poor Dad that will help you gain financial literacy and also provide a step by step guide to take correct financial decisions. That is, if you should make a large purchase or investment decision, and when is the correct time to make that decision. This can help you to effectively manage your wealth. So let's get started. Let us take a look at how a typical financial path looks in today's generation. We are taught by our parents to study hard so that we can get good grades. Good grades would help us get a good college. A good college can provide us a good job. Society pushes us to buy things that we don't require from the money we earn, and then we are asked to save for retirement while living under debt. We are asked to play it safe in terms of money and sometimes frowned upon if we discuss about money, as if it is a taboo subject. We are asked to assume that we can't afford most things without discussing about ways to fulfill dreams. This puts our brain to sleep and we become financially weaker. Instead, we should be taught about money, managing cash flows, taxes, and investments. Delay big purchases and life decisions until we are financially secure. We should be taught how we can afford something and put our brain to exercise. Understand how we can manage risk effectively and create wealth. And we should talk about money openly so that we achieve financial literacy. Remember, broke is temporary, but poor is eternal. Understand the power of thoughts. But what exactly is financial literacy? It is about knowing the difference between asset and liability. Financial literacy is the knowledge that helps one to create money rather than work for it. The rich don't work for money, money works for them. Every purchase made can either be an asset or a liability. Most people keep on buying liabilities thinking it as an asset until they realize they are in debt. The rich keep on creating assets, which creates long term wealth, which generates cash flows that eventually support all your liabilities. Society pushes us to see a very narrow part of life and restricts us from seeing the broader picture. Don't fall into that trap. Try to see beyond. It's a trap of fear and desire. Fear of not having enough money to buy expensive things that you don't require, and desire to buy expensive products like cars, laptops, and other things. Don't be a slave to money and instead begin on the path to create money. Follow the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. This framework is not designed for accountants, but common people like you and me to understand personal flow of money. Now imagine your bank account divided into two sections: income and expenses. Asset is anything that provides money in, and liability is anything that takes money out of your bank account. Sources of assets contain salary from job, small and large businesses, stock selling, dividends, mutual funds, rental real estate, bonds, FD, etc. Every component of asset generates cash flow and provides money into your bank account. Components of liabilities include home loan, insurance payments, credit card expenses, consumer loan, personal loan, taxes, food, rent and clothes, fund transportation, and other purchases or expenses. Liabilities always takes money out of your account and depletes it. Here are the steps to implement this framework. List all your assets, anything that provides money, that is, credits money to your bank account. For me, it will be my salary from job, the stock trading which I do, and short-term swing trading, my long-term portfolio and mutual funds. I also have a crypto portfolio. I also have provident fund and other debt funds and fixed deposits in the bank. The total income from all these assets that includes my salary is 17 lakhs and my other assets is 2,18,000. Total cash flow generated is 18,18,000. Now in the second step, we are going to list all our liabilities. We can divide our liabilities into two parts. Fixed expenses, which includes expenses which cannot be minimized. For example, for me, it will be my rent, my expenses for food and transportation, taxes and insurance, and my emergency liquid fund. The second part of our expenses will be the variable expenses. Those are the expenses which can be minimized. This would include for me travel, but for you it might include personal loan EMIs, any educational loans, any home loans, shopping items, or any electronics purchases, or any other expensive purchases. Now for me, the total expenses come to 9,60,000 for this year. So the net balance will be income minus expenses, which is for me 10,58,000. This net cash flow will be used to create more assets, which will support my future increasing liabilities. The end goal from this framework should be that my income from all my assets should always be larger, probably 2x larger than the expenses from my liabilities. And until my assets are large enough to support my liabilities, I need to minimize my variable expenses. As discussed, the final takeaways from this framework are: until your income from assets is twice than your liabilities, control your expenses, minimize variable expenses as much as possible. Keep building assets along with the job. Work to learn rather than work for money. Delay your emotions to buy expensive liabilities early in your career, like cars, houses, expensive products, etc., and rather work on building assets to enjoy a financially secure life. Learn and understand taxes and power of corporations, that is, setting up your own business. The rich, by setting up businesses, are able to create assets, spend, and then pay taxes on the remaining amount. The poor, here referring to employees, earn, pay taxes, and then spend on the remaining amount. The middle class buy liabilities which they think are assets. Be aware of this. In the next video, we would understand what stops people from creating assets. We would also understand the cash flow quadrant structure, which is the framework to become financially independent by building assets and generating multiple cash flows. If this video reaches 100 likes, then I would release a do-it-yourself template of the framework shared in the video that you can print out and apply for yourself. Subscribe the channel for the next part of the video and to learn about many such frameworks to achieve your goals. Let us know in the comment section below for your feedback and any personal experience with this framework. Thank you. See you next time.